Good morning. Welcome back to my kitchen. Well, 4th of July is over. I took all my goodies of my home-baked items over to my son's house for 4th of July. Had a wonderful time, really did. Got in the pool, soaked up the sun, met a lot of young, nice, interesting people, and I want to thank my son for even inviting me because I really did have a good time over the weekend. But today, I wanted something to go with my dinner tonight, and I didn't want anything heavy or weighting me down, so I'm going to make what's called summertime pasta bow tie salad. You've all seen the little bow tie pastas that you can make, all kinds of little festive pasta salads in the summertime, and that's what I'm going to make. So today, I'm going to start with a bowl, and we're going to put in, it called for 12 ounces of the bow pasta, which this is the bow pasta right here, these little guys. And the 12 ounces was 1.5 cups, but I wanted just a little bit more than that, so I added about 1/2 cup more. So that's what I have with mine, is the bow pasta. Rinse it very well in cold water once you have cooked it all the way, because bow pasta, these little bow ties, they're a thicker pasta, and they definitely need to be rinsed off with the cold water very, very well. Okay, so that's the first step. Then you're going to need some cherry tomatoes. It calls for a pint. I didn't have quite a pint this morning, but I grabbed what I did in my refrigerator this morning, and that's what I'm going to work with. I also grabbed about 4 of my little cherry tomatoes here that I'm going to put in this salad, and we're just going to cut them in half and put them in the salad, just like this. All these nice little cherry tomatoes cut in half and put in the salad. This is going to make just enough for me and leftovers for all week, and that's kind of what I was after. I had fixed my zucchini boats, which I will film and do those at another time. Everybody seemed to like those. I took that over to my son's. I fixed, yes, my famous potato salad. Everybody likes that, so took that over. I had some extra of my pudding chocolate chip cookies, and I took that over, plus my fruit cake that was the one I did just the other day of the peaches and the blueberries. And if you recall on that video, I said I hardly could wait until that cooled down where I could try it. Well, I'll tell you what, that is a very tasty dessert. I'm going to be making that next month when I have company, and I'm going to be putting some homemade ice cream on top of it. So I think that'll be really nice. I really do. Okay, so that is the cherry tomatoes in there nice. Right there, it's kind of looking great. But we're also going to add a cucumber, and we're just going to slice off the ends of the cucumber, and then we're going to slice it in half, right down the middle, in half. And then I'm going to take, I'm only going to do very thin slices, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the outer skin on for color. There's nothing wrong with eating it. I have washed it very, very well from the grocery store, because, you know, everybody picks up fruit or any kind of a vegetable with their hand, and oh, maybe I don't like that one, then I'll get another one, and that's not good. So I am a stickler for when I bring fresh vegetables or fruit home, I do wash them very, very well. Husband loves to just eat grapes when he goes to the grocery store. I'll be walking around with my basket, you know, and he'll be over there just handful of grapes, and we haven't even got home yet to wash them. Just drives me nuts, but that's what he does. All the time. All the time. This is a kind of a medium-sized cucumber. If you want to get a small cucumber or even 2 cucumbers to add in here, I think that would be just fine too. because you just really do want these bite size. If you don't even like them that size, you can cut them in half again and have them like that, more of a little wedge. But this recipe does call for this slice here. Oops, I'm gonna pause one moment. I'm back again. I apologize for the interruption. I have a regular landline telephone. Yes, I'm old-fashioned and I have a regular landline. And every now and then when I don't want it to ring, it will. And so I don't seem to have a button on this particular one that shuts off that ringer. I need to find something on that. Okay, so I finished cutting up the cucumber, and truly probably one half of it and then the other just half of the cucumber would be fine in here. I think I'll go ahead and leave these out. It's an awful lot of cucumber in there, it really is. Clean off my board here, and oh my gosh, first time you're gonna see me with a red onion, but that's what this recipe calls for, so we're going to use it. So I'm gonna cut the red onion, and this is why they call it red all the way through. It's more purple, but everybody just calls it a red onion. And lots of people like a red onion. I'm not real wild for it, but every now and then, it'll be all right. So on this one, I've cut it in half, and now I'm gonna start with cutting it this way, very, very thin, because we want very thin slices. And then we're gonna separate these slices to put in this salad. So you just kind of break them all up like this to put in the salad. With me, because it's just me going to be eating my salad tonight, probably not gonna do very much of this. Red onions are a little bit more potent than, but they're sweet. They have a good flavor and they're sweet. And we'll go ahead and add just half of this onion. That'll be fine for it. Quite a bit, isn't it? Leave that one out. Not too much on the red onion. I really am not, but it's okay. All right, that's very colorful, isn't it? All right, then it calls for 2/3 cup of olives. Well, I decided to get these little fun snack packs instead of just buying the can olives, because I think these will be kind of fun to put in here. They're already cut for me, and that's kind of why I got them, is so that I can just sprinkle all these on. And I think probably two of these little cups will be just fine for what I'm doing today. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Okay. This was the Bo. You can get it in any brand, but this is the Bo pasta that I'm using today. Okay, now we need some kind of a sauce to go on this, and this one calls for what it's calling for is a lemon vinaigrette. So we're going to go ahead and make this, and it's calling for 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. So we'll put that in a separate bowl. I suppose you could put it in as you're going, but I just find it just works out better to put it in a separate bowl. So we'll go with 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Find extra virgin olive oil anywhere that you find your shortening or oils in the grocery store. And then it calls for 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Red wine vinegar. You're going to find that in the condiment area of the grocery store. So here's 1 tablespoon. Excuse me, 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. I like the red wine vinegar. It has a very, very nice smell to it. and I like it with different salads. Okay, and then it calls for 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon, which I'm going to take my regular lemon here. If you have the bottled kind of lemon, I'm sure that that would work also. I'm just sure it would. And I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze out some, just eyeballing it. You don't want the seeds in there. Put 1 good tablespoon of that in there. Okay, a little sticky. And then it calls for 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, which I have some oregano here. And to get it out, 2 teaspoons. I've got a teaspoon here. So like I said, most of the time I just eyeball my ingredients of what I'm putting in, but if I was to show you, it's pretty close, just in my hand right here. So put that in, and then it calls for 1 teaspoon of honey. This is Orchard Pond Tupelo honey coming from Tallahassee, Florida. When my husband travels down there, he gets me all kinds of different things whatever state he's in. And this one, got the deer up there, and it's very tasty. It really is. So we're going to go with 1 teaspoon of that, of the honey. I think this is going to be a very tasty little salad. And then it calls for some garlic. And today I'm just going to use a little bit of garlic powder here. About a 1/2 teaspoon, not very much of that. And it calls for the oregano. It calls for a pinch, and I mean a pinch, of your red pepper flakes. I am not going to put very much of that in there. Just that much, probably. Just a little bit. Last time I used these, it was quite warm. Quite warm. Then it wants some cracked pepper. Put that in there. And some salt, which I have the sea salt that I'm going to add. And you just kind of stir that up a little bit, making sure that that honey gets in with the oil and the red wine vinegar. It smells really good with all those herbs. It really does smell good. So that is it right there of your sauce that you're going to put on this. And we're just going to drizzle that now all on top of this nice salad. Sure and get all those little goodies out of there. All the goodies at the bottom of the bowl, have to get them. And then you're just going to toss this. Doesn't that look good for a summertime salad? There's so many different pasta salads to make during the summer. And this is one that I haven't had in a long time. But my gosh, it's very colorful. Very colorful. I can add just a little bit more of the cracked pepper on top. Would be nice. Maybe a tiny bit more of the sea salt. And that's my little bow tie summertime salad. Quick and easy, wasn't it? Hardly any prep time to this at all. And it's going to taste very good with whatever I cook tonight. As far as the meat part, that's going to be really nice. So I wanted to show that to you this morning. I'll jump back on later this week, and I would like to make some coleslaw for you, homemade coleslaw. But this is your summertime bow tie salad from my kitchen to yours. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye now. I'm back on as I forgot one ingredient. You know, it feels like a Monday today. I know it's Tuesday, but it really feels like a blah Monday to me, and I do apologize for that. Apologize for the phone call, the phone ringing, and I apologize for the one ingredient that this salad really needs to have, and that is feta cheese. So we're gonna take just a sprinkle of the feta cheese. Can't believe I forgot it. Really, well, actually I can with me. Just a little handful here of your feta cheese. Now the salad is complete, looking really, really nice. So again, from my kitchen to yours, go have a great afternoon. Even if you do mess up, who cares? It's your kitchen, cook the way you want to. Bye-bye now.